Welcome to my third class on complex variable 1. In my previous lecture video, we learned how to derive the Cauchy-Riemann equations in Cartesian form and polar form. In this video, I'll be discussing the properties of complex variable like harmonic property and orthogonal property. So first we will define the harmonic function. A function pi is said to be harmonic if it is satisfy the Laplace equation del square pi is equal to 0. So this del square pi is equal to 0 will be called as an Laplace equation. Now we will see how to represent this harmonic function in terms of Cartesian form and polar form. In Cartesian form, the function pi will be a function of x comma y, and this pi function is harmonic if dou square pi by dou x square plus dou square pi by dou y square is equal to 0. Similarly, in polar form, the pi is a function of r comma theta, and this pi function is harmonic if dou square pi by dou r square plus 1 by r dou pi by dou r plus 1 by r square dou square pi by dou theta square is equal to 0. Okay, to prove any function is harmonic, we have to use these two equations in Cartesian and polar form. So this is the first property of the complex variable. Show that the real and imaginary parts of an analytical function are harmonic. But to prove this one, I am taking an analytical function f of z in Cartesian form and polar form. So I'll be proving the functions, the terms u and v are harmonic in both Cartesian as well as polar form. In Cartesian form, I'll be taking f of z is equal to u of x comma y plus I into v of x comma y be analytic. Since the function is analytic, I can make use of CR equations here. So it satisfies the CR equations. Dou u by dou x is equal to dou v by dou y. I'll be calling this as equation number 1, and dou v by dou x is equal to minus dou u by dou y. I'll be calling this as equation number 2. Now I'm going to differentiate the equation number 1 with respect to x partially, keeping y constant, and differentiating partially equation number 2 with respect to y, treating x constant. So like after differentiation, it will become dou square u by dou x square is equal to dou square v by dou x dou y, like this. And similarly here, dou square v by dou y dou x is equal to minus dou square u by dou y square, like this. And from the properties of partial derivatives, we know that dou square v by dou x dou y and dou square v by dou y dou x are both are equal. So if these two are equal, I can equate these two equations, right? I can equate dou square u by dou x square is equal to minus dou square u by dou y square. Since both the equations are same, it will become, so I got this expression now, dou square u by dou x square is equal to minus dou square u by dou y square. I'm shifting this to LHS. I got dou square u by dou x square plus dou square u by dou y square is equal to 0. It will become del square u is equal to 0. Hence we can say u is harmonic in Cartesian form. Similarly, now differentiating the equation number 1 with respect to y, differentiating equation number 2 with respect to x. So I'll get dou square u by dou y dou x is equal to dou square v by dou y square. Dou square v by dou x square is equal to minus dou square u by dou x dou y. So I got an expression like this. Yeah, so I got the expression like dou square u by dou y dou x is equal to minus dou square v by dou y square. Dou square v by dou x square is equal to dou square u by dou x dou y. So since again these two are same, dou square u by dou x dou y is equal to dou square u by dou y dou x. So if these two are same, I can equate these two equations. I got dou square v by dou y square is equal to minus dou square v by dou x square. Shifting this to RHS, LHS, I got dou square v by dou x square plus dou square v by dou y square is equal to 0. It implies del square v is equal to 0. It implies v is harmonic function. So in the Cartesian form, we got both u and v are harmonic. Hence we can say that the real and imaginary parts of an analytical function are harmonic in Cartesian form. So now I'll be deriving the same equation in polar form. So the polar form, the function has been taken like f of z is equal to u of r comma theta plus I into v of r comma theta be analytic. we shall show that u and v satisfy Laplace equations in polar form in the form of dou square pi by dou r square plus 1 by r dou pi by dou r plus 1 by r square dou square pi by dou theta square is equal to 0. Okay, so now since the function f of z is analytic, it satisfies CR equations also in polar form. It is given by r dou u by dou r is equal to dou v by dou theta. Call this one as equation number 1, and r dou v by dou r is equal to minus dou u by dou theta. Call this one as equation number 1. So now I'll be in the first time I'll be differentiating the equation number 1 with respect to r and 2 with respect to theta. The second time I'll be differentiating 1 with respect to theta, 2 with respect to r, like after differentiation. So now I'm going to differentiate the 1 with respect to r and 2 with respect to theta partially. We get r dou square u by dou r square, keeping r as it is, differentiating dou u by dou r, I got dou square u by dou r square, plus keeping dou u by dou r, differentiating r, I got 1 is equal to dou square v by dou r dou theta, and keeping r constant as it is only, dou square v by dou theta dou r will be getting minus dou square u by dou theta square. Again same thing, by the properties of partial derivatives, we have dou square v by dou r dou theta is equal to dou square v by dou theta dou r. This is always true, hence I can equate these two equations. I mean in this place I can replace this complete equation. So I got the expression like r dou square u by dou r square plus dou u by dou r into 1 is equal to minus 1 by r dou square u by dou theta square. I'm just putting r to LHS, taking r to LHS and taking this term here. I got this equation. Now dividing the entire equation with r and shifting this term to r LHS. I got dou square u by dou r square plus 1 by r dou u by dou r plus 1 by r square dou square u by dou theta square is equal to 0. So it implies that u satisfies Laplace equation in polar form. So hence you can say u is harmonic. Similarly, now I'll be differentiating equation number 1 with respect to theta and 2 with respect to r partially. So differentiating 1 with respect to theta, keeping r constants. So I am keeping r as it is, dou square v by dou theta dou r is equal to dou square v by dou theta square, we got it. And now differentiating 2 with respect to r, treating theta constant. First I'm keeping r as it is, I got dou square v by dou r square plus dou v by dou r I'm keeping as it is, differentiating r, I got 1 is equal to minus dou square u by dou r dou theta. Again dou square u by dou theta dou r is equal to dou square u by dou r dou theta. This is always true, hence we have the equation like 1 by r dou square v by dou theta square is equal to minus of r into dou square v by dou r square plus dou v by dou r. Now dividing this equation with respect to r and transporting the RHS term to LHS, we obtain dou square v by dou r square plus 1 by r dou v by dou r plus 1 by r square dou square v by dou theta square is equal to 0. We got it. It implies that we satisfy the Laplace equation in polar form. So hence v is harmonic. So hence we can conclude that the real and imaginary part of an analytical function are harmonic in polar form also. Next property number 2 is orthogonal property. State and prove orthogonal property. The statement is, if f of z is equal to u plus iv is analytical function, then the equations u of x comma y is equal to c1 and v of x comma y is equal to c2 represent the orthogonal families of the curves. That is, the two families of curves are orthogonal trajectories to each other. So proof, consider the families of curves. I'm taking two curves here. That is u of x comma y is equal to c1 and v of x comma y is equal to c2, where the c1 and c2 are constants. Then y is a function of x on each of these curves. So now differentiating u of x comma y is equal to c1 partially with respect to x. So we'll be getting the equation like dou u by dou x plus dou u by dou y into dy by dx. Since y is a function of x here, the equation will become dou u by dou x plus dou u by dou y into dou v by dy by dx is equal to 0. So I'll be getting dy by dx is equal to minus dou u by dou x divided by minus dou u by dou y. I'll be calling this equation as m1. Now this gives the slope m1 of a member of a family u of x comma y is equal to c1 passing through the points x comma y. Similarly, the slope of the member of the family v of x comma y is equal to c2 passing through the points x comma y is given by m2 is equal to minus dou v by dou x by dou v by dou y. So now by multiplying m1 and m2, I got the expression like dou u by dou x into dou v by dou x, dou u by dou y into dou v by dou y. Now I am going to make use of CR equations to cancel the above expression. So since we have the CR equations, that is dou u by dou x is equal to we have dou v by dou y, and dou v by dou x is equal to we have minus dou u by dou y. If I replace those values here, the value of m1 and m2 will become -1. It implies that this means that the two curves considered are orthogonal to each other. This proves the required result. Okay, in the next lecture video, we'll solve problems based on the complex variable. So in the first type, I'll be discussing the finding the derivative of the analytical function. Thank you.